Hey everybody, it's Judah and Katie back. It's been a whole year. Thanks for sticking with us. Katie, last year we were at Yellowstone.
That's
and
true.
there was there was like this romance brewing that everybody was in, they were just longing to know where this romance was going to go.
Horny as the goat.
Exactly, horny as the goat. If you don't know what that means, go back and watch our Yellowstone videos. Katie was chatting with a man from Bumble.
That's true.
And it seemed like everything was going swimmingly. She was up late nights talking to this man. She came home. Let's hear about this.
Not that late, but it was late for you.
It was late for me.
It was late for Judah.
Let's hear about this.
Well, we went on a date, and I'm pretty sure as soon as he saw me, he was like, ew, gross, which is fine. That happens. So we had an awkward date is basically what happened. I mean, I also saw him, thought, probably not, but I was like, I'll give it a shot.
I was trying to point out in the Yellowstone video that this guy saw a water bottle.
Oh, that's true.
And he was like, oh, Katie is part of my tribe because of this water bottle. Can I show this?
Yeah, it's an Nalgene water bottle.
This is the water bottle that, as you can see, Yellowstone right there. And he thought Katie is going to be my future wife because of the water bottle. But then...
Turns out I gave him the ick immediately upon him viewing me in the real world. So I don't know if I got like the hump thing going on, or like if I like walked, I don't know. I was driving the truck, and when the door opens, it goes...
My dad's old
very loud.
Ford 1994, 92, I don't know.
90-something.
It's an early 90s brown truck that her mom likes to call the chick magnet. So I have never once picked up any women in that vehicle ever. So I didn't think I was going to be able to do a trip this year. Things just did not seem like it was in the cards. But one day when I was walking with Katie, I was like, what can we do to make this work? How can we work this out? So I
asked him to take pole dancing lessons.
That was on the list. I struck it down. I did get one veto, and I used it on that. So we got together. We came up with some other ideas besides the pole dancing, and we figured it out. And then it was like, where do we want to go? And Katie threw out, let's go to North Cascades in Washington. So that is where we are at this very moment.
Yeah, we were looking for, or I was looking for parks that I didn't think Judah had been to.
Yes.
Basically, that looked beautiful, and that Southwest flies to close enough to.
That was part of the deal because we were concerned about money situations. So we were trying to find places that her points could get us to, but then also what could I afford to house us during that time. So that's how it worked out. She threw out this, and I was like, I've never been to Washington. This sounds perfect because I like to go to different states as well. So that's what we did, and we both started doing some homework. We didn't realize that planning a trip 1 month before the date you want to go,
it's pretty hard to find a camping
it doesn't go as easy as you would hope.
Like not in the park. It's like impossible.
Yeah. So once again, I felt like maybe I wasn't going to be able to go on a trip. Katie and I convened our meeting, and then she sent me a message later on saying, I think I found a place. What's it called again?
Well, it's called Glacier Peak Resort and Winery. So I think it's pretending to be a winery. I don't know.
I think it's pretending to be a resort.
It does look like there are grapevines, and like
Yes, there is a vineyard.
At some point the winery maybe had been open. They do sell wine in the office. But it looks kind of like some of the things are falling apart, but there are a lot of cabins, and people seem to actually be staying in them.
We are in the back 40 with our tent. The bathrooms are a bit of a walk for us.
About 10 minutes.
Yeah. There are 2 showers for the whole campgrounds that we get to use. They are clean. I'm not going to lie. They are clean.
The site is beautiful, though.
It is.
And we're right on the river, too, which is cool.
The river is literally like 50 yards away from us.
Yeah.
Back to the resort. There is a game room, which we checked out.
There's a Game of Thrones pinball machine
and Ghostbuster, but that one
works.
doesn't work.
And a
Yes,
secret hidden bathroom.
it is. I planned, this is
Foosball.
foosball, and what's that? Shuffle?
I don't know.
I don't know. There's
Shuffleboard?
some
I don't know how
some
you
kind
play
of,
that
I'm going to
game.
call it shuffleboard, but it's not like where you stand up. It's where you just slide them across the, anyway, doesn't matter. There is a hidden shower and bathroom in the game room. And when we found it, I was like, sweet, I'm going to use this instead of the other showers. This morning I woke up, went to go to the bathroom. Both bathrooms are full. I'm like, I'm going to go use the secret bathroom. I go to the game room, punch in the code, and it denied me. It went, "Meh," and it would not let me in. So they either heard Katie and I talking about this plan that I had.
To just blow up that bathroom.
Exactly. So that's my thought. So the resort, it is what it is. It fit within the budget. It has clean bathrooms. That's the
Yeah, running
it's
water.
good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good. We just wanted to have water, basically.
Exactly, water and bathroom. A place that was a shower the day before we fly
shower.
back was a big deal. Now, my sister drove us to the airport to come here, and on the way, Katie and I start like
Kind of freaking out.
what do they call that? Double guessing?
Second guessing.
Second guessing
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, we start looking up Olympic National Park, and we're like, is that going to be better? Should we change our camping to over there? What should we do? And
Yes.
I was, I don't know. I was like looking things up, and we were thinking about jumping ship.
And this is where I realized, even though I had done some research on trails, that I made a huge mistake. It was such a rookie mistake. I'm embarrassed to admit it. How far are the trails from our actual campsite?
Yeah.
And some of the trails I sent her, she's like, Judy, do you know how far these are? And I'm like, no, 4 hours away from our campsite.
Yeah, so that's why we were panicking. We were like, oh, maybe we should go somewhere else. Maybe we
Yes.
should try to stay somewhere else.
We are here. First day, we get up, Chom's grocery and hardware store to get gas. We pull up, and there's two good old boys standing outside of Chom's.
Just staring us down.
There's also a small coffee shop. Katie walks to go check out the coffee shop while I'm pumping gas, and these guys are just staring at us.
The whole time.
And then somebody comes walking across the street, and a guy in a truck pulls up, and they stop, and they're having a conversation. The whole time they're having a conversation, those two guys are just staring dead at me. It was it was like,
It was weird. I think maybe it was because we were up so early.
so we fill up, we go to start our adventure. Katie sees a pull off. She pulls off. We decide to do this impromptu trail, very short, gorge overlook trail.
It was pretty.
It was.
Not the trail. Well, the trail was whatever, but the overlook.
The overlook was nice,
Yeah.
but I was also glad to see that it was more than just an overlook. Katie has found out that I'm not
Sorry,
a
they're
big
bugs.
fan of the whole overlook scenario where you just pull up, get out of your car and look, and then get back into your car. The fact that there was a small trail kind of made me happy. And it looped
Yeah.
right back. And I'm a big fan of looping trails. I hate the out and back stuff.
Yeah, and it was a nice
little
view.
startup
Yeah.
trail too. And then we headed to our real destination, which was Thunder Knob Trail. Do you remember how many miles that was?
I don't know how long
Was
it
it?
took us.
I don't remember.
But it was
4 miles?
Yeah, it was something like 4 miles or 3.5 or something.
And that took us to an overlook for the Diablo Lake, which is a very beautiful blue-green hue, which we learned is because of the melting glaciers. They deposit,
They call it glacial sand or something
silt?
like that.
I read silt.
Oh, I don't know.
But anyway,
Silt
it's because
or-
of like the rocks that the glacier like crunches up as it moves
Flower.
along.
They called
Glacial
it
flower?
glacial flower or something like that that is reflecting. I don't know, it doesn't matter.
But the water is beautiful.
yeah, it's very
And it's because of the
blue-green,
glaciers
beautiful.
melting into it. The hike itself for me was nothing special. It was just kind of like I have to work just to get to this viewpoint, you know what I mean?
I mean, it was just nice to hike and be out
But
in the forest.
the view was spectacular up there.
I don't actually know what the deal is though, but I've been feeling like kicking stuff. I was doing a lot of parkour, you know, I was like kicking the side of a tree or a rock and be like, parkour, ah! But then I started to like want to destroy any dead limb or tree that looked like it needed to be knocked down, like a dying tree.
That one was the best. You're getting it, Katie. You're getting it. Oh, oh my gosh. In your mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, be careful. Yeah, be careful. I think what happened is there was a toddler. As the story goes,
There was?
a toddler died on this trail. I think Katie was communing with the spirit somehow and channeling it.
This is total bullshit. I just am a kid at heart. not a ghost kid at heart.
I've got some footage that I will show you of
Whatever.
Katie.
I was also throwing acorns at Judah, but they're very small,
She
tiny
was.
little acorns. And he was whimpering like a baby.
This is also a lie.
He was also channeling that toddler.
He was communing with both of us. When that was done, oh, before that, parking isn't great, but it's not horrible either. When we pull up, there's this woman parked awkwardly.
Oh, yeah.
And I was very vocal to Katie of my frustration the way this woman was parked.
And I was like, look, her tire's blown out.
Her tire was
Completely
freaking shredded. I mean, it wasn't
shredded.
just a little hole. I mean, her whole tire was shredded. Her rim was all bent up. It also looked like she may have hurt herself in this occurrence. It looks like she had some spots on her face that I don't know, it doesn't matter.
I think it was just her face.
Oh, hope she doesn't see this. Anyway,
I don't know.
so
didn't see
I kind of
anything.
chill out on my frustration. We do our hike, we come back, she's still there. And I'm like, Katie, should we like check on her? And she was like, yeah. So I asked her, has anybody helped you? And she said, well, somebody said that when they get signaled, they're going to call and get help for me. Some story that I only fully paid attention to. She's coming for her sister's
No. Her
nephews?
son's girlfriend went into labor.
Yeah.
And she'd been.
She was coming for the birth.
She was trying to get to the hospital, and her tire blew out or whatever. And she'd been sitting there since 1 a.m.
And when we spoke to her was 12 noon.
At least, yeah.
So she said that she was like, I have a jack. And I was like, well, do you have a spare? And she's like, no. And in my head, I'm kind of like, okay, that doesn't help.
I think she said she didn't have a jack either, but someone offered her.
Oh.
But it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Anyway,
Not that
she had no way for me to help her, and I had no signal. There's nothing. She said somebody was going to call her sister for her. She also went into the spiel of, you'd think my sister would have thought something was wrong by now. I should have showed up. Anyway, I get back in the car. I'm like, okay, sorry, can't help you. Then Katie and I discuss, oh, she's been here since 1.
We should feed her snacks.
Yeah, we should just
Give her something.
give her sugary snacks to help with the anxiety. So we gave it.
Yeah, we gave her a whole mix of just, here's a one of each, all the
I
snacks.
sacrificed a fruit cup and Pop-Tarts for this woman. Heart of Jesus right here. Right here.
I'm sure my snacks cost more money.
But they came from a selfish place. I'm just saying. Anyway, so she seemed
Right.
grateful.
Yeah, she did. She was like, I'm going to try all these new snacks I've never
Yeah,
had
she
before.
was excited about
I gave her a
these.
banana.
Did you? I didn't
Yeah.
know you had bananas. Anyway, so then we head off to our next trail, which was Trail of the Cedars. Where did we go? No, we went somewhere else. Yeah, we went to some other trail. Was it the Rainy Lake? But
No.
we didn't have
yeah, so
a
we
pass.
Yeah, we stopped at a couple trails. Judah wanted to take a nap.
I was very tired.
We stopped at...
I was channeling this toddler, dang it.
We stopped at... Well, we saw Blue Lake. Parking lot was full. And we stopped at
Cutthroat.
Cutthroat Lake, but it requires a Northwest Pass or a
There we
America
go.
the Beautiful Pass.
If I'm going to nitpick on something, very frustrating. Even though we were aware of this, but I'm just saying, it's still frustrating. North Cascade has trails that you can go to. It's open. There's no like entry fee, and you just go and you walk, no problem. But then there's also trails on the same freaking road as North Cascade that
They're technically not.
Yeah,
in
they're
the
not.
park.
North Cascade, so you have to pay
And
for each trail.
there's a lot of them that require the pass, so it is kind of silly. But you can get it at the visitor center, I think you can order it in advance.
You can.
But we just didn't plan that well.
One of the major frustrations, though, is
Far ahead.
any of you have gone trail hiking before, you might show up these trails and they have envelopes where it's like $5, put the $5 in the envelope, drop it in this like container. They have those there, but they're all taped up and they're like, don't use these anymore. Scan this barcode, pay online. But there's no freaking service. Then we stop at this gift shop, grocery store.
Yeah, the Skagit
Yes. There's like a generator.
Information Center.
Information center, yeah. We stopped for the bathrooms. We did the
Cedar.
Trail of the
Trail of the
Cedars.
Cedars
Nature walk.
So there were like little info plaques about birds and trees.
In trees, yes. This is where I found my obligatory
Yeah.
tree that it was hollowed out that I could crawl into and get a photo. So I was pretty excited about that. It was actually a very nice
It was
small
a nice
trail.
little trail. Yeah.
Also, kind of the nerd part of me, because we're in Washington and Twin Peaks, the first 2 seasons, when the FBI agent was like, "What are these magnificent trees you have?" And they were the Douglas fir. So there was Douglas firs there. So I kind of nerded out a little bit there just from that oddness. Anyway, I enjoyed it for all you Twin Peaks fans out there. Anyway, I just liked it. It was a nice little trail.
It was a nice trail. It was.
We came back, we napped, I ate my cold soup. We headed back out around 9 o'clock
Yeah.
to the Ladder
Creek Falls,
Creek Falls.
which are like lit up
Yes,
at night.
they light them up. It was a garden also behind this generator type. It's a huge,
I don't know
again,
what
I
it
will
is.
show photos.
Like high voltage. Don't touch it.
Yes, but I liked the trail. I liked the falls. I liked the lights. I liked the garden. But also for me, this whole facility, like moss, is like taking over the facility.
Oh, yeah.
Not I may be over exaggerating, but in the back part. And since it was dark and there was lights and there was wetness and stuff, it came off very creepy. Gave me some the original Resident Evil vibes, which I was really digging. You wouldn't know that, but it was super cool. And I really enjoyed the aesthetics of the whole thing. That was my favorite part of our first day, was going back there. Just because it made me feel like I was actually in a Resident Evil game.
That's cool. And I feel like we should wrap up this video by talking about how, so though Brace's man didn't work out, the next man I met, I've been dating for 9 months and he's wonderful. He's
And he's not here, bitch.
Should I name him? I don't know.
I don't know.
He's super famous. I wouldn't want you guys to. No, I'm just kidding.
His name is Dude Love.
That's right.
That'll date it. I mean, it's up to you.
I'll date it. Wait a second.
I've met this guy. He seems legit.
He's a real human man.
He is. He's not fake.
And he's really cute.
Where did
He's
you
got
meet him?
dimples, a lovely beard. He
The
plays
problem
music.
is,
He's
Katie
cool.
confided in me that she has been worried that if this man ever loses his hair or his
That's
dimples,
not true.
she's not sure she can love
That's
him anymore.
Complete lie. No. He's This is, how am I even? What am I supposed to do with that? That's not true. It's not true.
I'm sorry, Niles.
I would love him even without his dimples. But he would need to have hair.
Oh!
Just kidding.
Oh!
He can't be completely hairless.
Yes. Okay, so this was...
Or at least one or the other. Gotta keep the dimples or keep the hair, you know?
So I think...
How would you not have dimples?
I think within
where
the
would the dimples
probability...
go?
Yeah, the dimples aren't going anywhere. Unless he gets really fat. No, that might increase his dimples.
Well, yeah, but what he said was, what if, I think is what he said, was that he gets so fat where his cheeks just pop him out.
Oh, ew, gross.
like a
reverse dimples, that's gross.
A pregnant belly button.
Yes, an outie dimples.
Outie.
Gross. Okay, this was
I
day
don't know,
one.
might be sexy.
You let me know how that goes. This was day one of our North Cascades trip. We have made some changes, which will occur later on in the week. But tomorrow we got some more trails, and we'll be excited to share those with you. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
It was cold last night.
It was cold.
It's been cold at night.
Peek into the next issue. We're going to be talking about what are they? Dang it. Hamsters. Mountain hamsters. We need to look up mountain hamsters because
we saw them.
We saw them. And then Katie posed the question, what would I do if I woke up and my whole tent was filled with mountain hamsters? You're just going to have to watch the next episode to find that out.
Sure.
See you guys.